Hello everyone, welcome to Krishna's online lectures. In this video, I am going to discuss complete concepts of collision. So let's start with the introduction of collision. So collision we generally define as instant of one moving object which is striking violently against another object. So if we are considering two bodies or two objects which are moving towards each other and then both the objects are striking for a very short duration. So that strike will produce impulsive force on each other. So this particular phenomena is called collision. So let us consider two bodies. So here we have two balls or two bodies, body 1 and body 2, and there is some force applicable on these two bodies in opposite direction. For example, here body 1 is subjected to some force F1 in a particular direction or in forward direction. So this body will move in this direction. And this body 2 is subjected to force in opposite direction of F1. Let us consider this force is F2. So this body will move in backward direction. So what will happen? Because of this application of force and because of this movement, these two bodies will come in contact at one particular point. And at the point of contact or at the time of contact, when these two bodies will strike each other with very high speed, and this phenomena has happened for very short duration. So these two bodies will produce some impulsive force on each other. So this phenomena, when two bodies are moving toward each other, they are coming in contact for a very short duration and it is producing impulsive force on each other. So that impulsive force can cause change in direction. Because of that impulsive force production, these bodies can change their direction or they can move in same direction also. It depends on the impulsive force or magnitude of impulsive force. So this phenomena is called collision. So collision we define as the contact between two bodies for a short duration which produce impulsive force on each other is known as collision. We can take some examples of collision. So here we will take very simple example. Let us consider one object which is falling on the floor, or let us take a ball which is moving towards the floor, or if you are playing with the ball and if you are throwing a ball toward the floor. So the contact between the floor and the ball will produce some impulsive force that can change the direction of the ball. So this is example of collision. You can take example of billiard game. So in billiard, two balls strike each other and they change their direction. And you can take example of railroad carriers. So two railroad cars, when these two railroad cars are being coupled together, in that case they will produce some impulsive force and it will change the direction of these two carriers. So these are the example of the collision. And one more point which you have to remember, that collision between two bodies always happen for a very short interval and it produces large magnitude of force that is called impulsive force or impact. So this collision we generally define on the basis of impact or impulsive force. Collision always depends on the magnitude of impulsive force or impact which is produced by contact between two bodies for a short duration or for very short interval. So here let us consider two bodies which are coming in contact and producing impulsive force. So some terms which you have to remember related to collision is, first term, here we are considering two bodies which are coming in contact because of the applied force, and because of this applied force these two bodies will strike each other. They will come in contact for a very short duration and it will produce collision and it will produce impact and impulsive force. So first term which you have to remember, that is the mass centers of the body. So here we are considering this as body 1 and this as body 2. Let us consider the direction of motion of these two bodies are opposite to each other. So at one particular point these two bodies will come in contact for a very short interval. So these two bodies can have same areas or these two bodies can have different areas. So whatever condition we are taking here, each and every body will have mass center, and these mass center we generally define as center of gravity. Here we are considering three-dimensional bodies, so mass centers we can define as the center of gravity, and we have to define the location of the center of gravity. So location of center of gravity is defining the mass center of the body, and this mass center is depends on the area, shape and size of the body as well as on volume. So these mass center can lie in a same line also, and these mass center can lie in a different line also or in a different position. For arbitrary shape, these centers can be at different position, and for similar shape, these centers can be at the same position. So first term is mass center. Now the second term is line of impact. So line of impact we generally define as a line which is joining two mass centers of the body, as well as it is also passing through the point of contact of two bodies. When two bodies are coming in contact, and this contact we are considering for short duration, and because of this contact only we are considering impulsive force which can change the direction of the body. So there is a contact point. So contact point is also another term which is related to collision, and line of impact we define as the line which is joining mass centers of the body and the contact point of these two bodies, and if all 3 points are in a same line, so that line is called line of impact, and this impact force we will consider along this line only. Impact force is generally defined along the line of impact only. That is why it is called line of impact. Another term is plane of contacting surface. So here this point we are considering as contact point. So plane of contacting surface we generally define as a plane which is perpendicular to the line of impact, as well as it is passing through the contact point of two bodies or point of contact. So these terms you have to remember. First is mass center, second is contact point, third is line of impact, and fourth is point of contacting or plane of contacting surface. So this is about collision. One more point which you have to remember, that the impulsive force which is produced by the contact of two bodies should be higher or should be greater than the applied force. So whatever applied force we are considering on these two bodies, that applied force should be lesser than the impulsive force which is produced by the contact or because of the contact between two bodies. Now let's see different types of impact. First is central and eccentric impact, and these types of impact are depends on the position of line of impact. And another type of impact are direct impact and oblique impact. So one by one I am going to discuss about these types of impact. So let's start with the central impact. So this is the diagram of central impact, and if we want to define the central impact, so we can define the central impact on the basis of position of mass centers of the body. So let us consider two bodies, body 1 and body 2. Now we should know the basic terms related to collision. So here we are considering two bodies which are subjected to some applied force in a particular direction. So let us consider F1 and F2. Both the forces are applicable on body 1 and 2, and because of these applied forces these two bodies are moving in the respective direction, and because of this motion these bodies comes in contact and these bodies will strike each other and they will comes in contact, and we can define the point of contact of these two bodies, and this contact will produce impulsive force. Now, how we can define central impact? So, central impact we can define on the basis of position of mass centers. So, mass centers we can define on the basis of areas and masses of these two bodies. Let us consider areas as A1 and A2 and mass of these two bodies as M1 and M2. We can define on the basis of volume also. So first we need to define the location of mass center in terms of center of gravity. So let us consider C1 and C2 are the mass centers of the two bodies, and when two bodies are colliding or two bodies are moving towards each other and striking each other, and there is a contact point we are considering for these two bodies for a very short interval, and because of this contact these two bodies are producing impulsive force. In that condition, when mass centers of the bodies are lying on a line of impact only, or mass centers are locating on the line of impact only, so that impact is called central impact. Here C1 and C2 will lie on the same line of impact or along the same line. So this is called central impact. Now, if we talk about second type of impact, that is eccentric impact. So as per the name, we can say when we define the mass centers of the two bodies and these two mass centers are not lying on a line of impact only. One center can lie on the line of impact and another center will not lie on the line of impact. So this particular impact is called eccentric impact. Rest of the terms will be same. These two bodies can be applicable by two applied forces, F1 and F2, and if they are moving towards each other, they are striking with each other, and we can form point of contact also for these two bodies, as well as they are producing impulsive force that can change the direction of these two bodies. Rest all the things are same, only here we can define eccentric impact on the basis of location of mass center when mass centers of these two bodies are not lying on the line of impact. So this condition can be vice versa also. This C2 can lie on line of impact and C1 can away from the line of impact. So if this condition is happening, that type of impact is called eccentric impact. And one more condition also we can consider on eccentric impact. Here, let us consider this is the line of impact. So here C1 is the mass center of first body and C2 is the mass center of second body. So it is not necessary that one mass center should be on line of impact. Here we can consider both mass center do not lie on the line of impact. So either one mass center will not lie on the line of impact, or it can possible both the mass centers are not lying on the line of impact. Now let's see the third type of impact. It is called direct impact. So here we are considering two bodies, body 1 and body 2, which are subjected to some external force, and if both the bodies are moving in a same direction, so here before impact, if the bodies are moving along the line of impact only, or collision between two bodies are happening along the line of impact only, so this is called direct impact. Now here collision happened because of the velocity, or velocity is responsible for the collision. So here let us consider this body 1 is moving in a particular direction, and in same direction this body 2 is also moving. Let us consider u1 is the initial velocity of the body and u2 is the initial velocity of body 2. So this u1 should be greater than u2. In that condition only we can consider collision between these two bodies. If u1 will be equals to u2, in that case there will be no collision happen. So u1 should be greater than u2 if two bodies are moving in a same direction. So direct impact we can define when two bodies are moving in a same direction after application of forces, and if u1 is greater than u2, so before collision these bodies should move, or the line of motion should be along the line of impact only. So this particular collision is called direct impact. Here we are considering this is the direction of motion. These arrows are representing direction of motion, and this direction we are considering along the line of impact. So this is called direct impact. Now, opposite to this, oblique impact we can consider when two bodies are moving in different direction, and the line of motion or the direction of motion is not along the line of impact. So that is called the oblique impact. Here we are considering body 1 and body 2. So let us consider this is the direction of motion of body 1, and this body 1 is moving with velocity u1, and this arrow is representing the direction of motion of body 2 with velocity u2. So here we are not considering u1 is equals to u2 or u1 is greater than u2. Whatever condition we are considering, if before collision, if the direction of motion of these two bodies are not along the line of impact, so it is called oblique impact. So in that case, we can consider u1 equals to u2, we can consider u1 is less than u2 or u1 is greater than u2, because direction of motion is different. So at one point both bodies will collide, and it will have a contact for a very short duration, and it will produce impulsive force. So this is about impact or oblique impact. So here we have four type of impact: central and eccentric impact, direct and oblique impact. So central impact, when mass centers are lying on the line of impact; eccentric impact, when mass centers of the bodies are not lying along the line of impact; direct impact, when direction of motion is along the line of impact; and oblique impact, when direction of motion before collision is not along the line of impact. So here these four types of collision we should know. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can rate, review and share this lesson with your friends and your known people. And if you want to watch more lessons related to mechanical engineering, please subscribe the channel.